Hello, everybody. I won't take up too much more of your time. This was actually inspired by Marquette Devon, that dude that be making videos about the Zionists. Oh my God, he be frying their ass. And the crazy part is, nothing he says is he. Okay, we all have opinions, but he's giving facts. Like, you wouldn't believe how they clean a child after circumcision in the Jewish community. In the Torah, also, it says that if a child is penetrated up to 2 years old or however many months, yo, I'm just telling y'all what this literal shit says. So outside of that, he had made the statement. He said, "Don't bulldoze me. I'm not a hospital in Gaza." Oh, and I thought that was hilarious. I was like, "Damn, frying his ass." And he started asking what their names was and what Yahoo name was and where he's from, Belarus, Europe, and all sorts of stuff. But what got to me is I went to go type in the comments and I realized something. The 616 mitzvahs that I call a beast, what's a calf? What's a cow? A beast. Those are the golden cow. They reverenced it, built it up, used their jewelry from Egypt and from Poland and Europe to try to dress it up as a beautiful image until I came and tore that bitch apart. I'm sorry. Technically, Yehohanan tore that bitch apart, and now I'm here to get the remaining survivors and take them into the land of milk and honey. So, if I ever had a soldier by my side outside of John Core books, that Marquette Devon dude, oh my God, that dude is brutal. I love it. I told him, or I said in one of my videos, the way he speaks to certain African Americans upsets me, but I do the same thing in terms of Black Hebrew Israelites and all that shit. Y'all don't think because you're children of the diaspora, I won't explore like Dora. You feel me? And place your face on a map and give you them boots straps. Cause I hate a house nigga. What they used to say, there was a phrase back in the day. We hate an N-word lover worse than we hate the N-words. I got a phrase too. I hate a house nigga more than I hate a colonizing Nazi. How about that? So yeah, man, it didn't dawn on me until now that the mitzvahs are the golden calf. And if you pay attention, when people was trying to steal Judaism, that's what the New Testament's about. Jews wasn't killing Jews. The Greeks and the Romans were pretending to be Jews like the Polish and the Sephardic Romans are now. Some of the Syrians, and they was killing the real Canaanites. Israeli is an English Polish word. Jewish is an English Polish word. Those were Canaanites. The people killing them were Greeks and Romans, taking their land, pretending to be Jewish. That's why there's a Septuagint now. Even the people now with the Quran, they didn't speak Arabic. They spoke Aramaic. Aramaic is a branch from African languages, not the Middle East. The Hyksos invaded Kemet. They created Arabs, and then they started branching back out. And in actuality, the Africans of Kemet came back. If you look up who Amos, the real Moses, and you look up who Akhenaten is, who they call Joshua, them two men destroyed the Hyksos in Canaan, and they came back with vengeance. So, I am telling y'all that the beast and the golden calf is them 616 mitzvahs. The false prophet that comes out the ground is Catholicism and Christianity. Two horns on a demon religion that lies constantly. I'm going to say something else real quick. I have no problem with atheists and atheism. But some of you intellectual atheists sound fucking retarded. You're telling Christians they have no viable proof, like you're not a flesh meat ape out of your mother's vagina with nothing but the knowledge she taught your ass to. Oh, there cannot be proof without proof of discrediting proof, and the universe never began or ended and blah, blah, blah. You don't know what the fuck happened. You sound just as dumb as them sometimes. And if you all get older and realize you want spirituality, you're going to look dumb as fuck in the future after all these years of nothing's real because I can see what I see. Can you see air? Can you see oxygen? Can you see the carbon in the air? Can you see the nitrogen in the air? Shut your stupid ass up, is all I'm saying. Because I have no problem with people that rebuke religion and don't want to believe in their gods. But when y'all go out there on the deep end acting like y'all got any more knowledge than these Christians, science is a word we created. Science isn't real. And at the same time, it's as real as we make it and use it in terms of its measurements and knowledge about the chemical world. Atoms aren't real. There's no such thing as the smallest points. A mathematician can tell you why. Because anything divided only gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So, I'm just basically telling y'all that y'all are all arguing about the same shit. And as soon as humanity comes together, because we all want equality, we all want righteousness, we all want peace in life and a happy life and a comfortable life. So let's come together, and what y'all Jewish people are doing in terms of circumcision is like, because the ultra-Orthodox, I just said the ultra-Orthodox, not all, enough of that shit. The Orthodox, y'all are fucking disgusting. That's nasty. Y'all are fucking gross. I institute hell back to be real just because what I found out y'all was doing. So when dealing with babies, sometimes they use suction in the nose, mouth, and different areas. Apparently, and this was in the news, but it didn't get traction like they do with these black kids, right? Black criminals, right? Right. They don't have suction, so when they circumcise, they use something else to suck the blood out. And it's a male rabbi every time. That shit's nasty. I didn't know that. I had to do my research, and ooh-wee. Yes, they do it. That's disgusting. I keep telling y'all, the more y'all say y'all are Jews and Israelis and the chosen people and blah, 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 I'm going to give y'all an algorithm. Let's say a spirit of some kind or consciousness came to 3 different nations. Israel, Jacob, Abraham, and whoever else, right? Now, if I'm doing something wrong, what does my conscience do? It comes and talks to me. Abraham was about to sacrifice his kid. Y'all call him holy. He was banging his sister, right? Call him holy. And that's another thing I want to tell y'all. If you guys are going to teach humanity, you can't expect everybody to be where you're at. You have to teach people. You have to teach things. Because instinctually, if you just lost all your knowledge, everything you're saying is evil, you go and do. I promise you would. It's human nature and instincts. But what I'm telling you, since we're outside of that and we are growing more intelligent, we should use our intelligence intelligently. I'm a big advocate of spirituality and intelligence. And I keep telling y'all, when you mix them together, it's a beautiful world. That's why I can get as upset as I want at some of these religions. But sometimes when I hear atheists talk, God's not real. Every time they say that, I hear, I am not real. Then they keep telling everybody, you have the ultimate control, you have the ultimate power. Everything you do is you have all the power. Then go look up what the definition of God is. Ultimate power, ultimate control, the creator of the universe. Who created you? Your parents and then you. Once you start doing mitosis after your little meiosis. So, anybody that wants to play in the New Testament, they're all idolaters. The golden cow, Jesus, all this shit they worship. But even if you read that book, Jesus said, I and the Father are one. Because my spirit is within. It's a metaphor for me and my Most High, telling me what to do. The man said, you're the gods. The dude said, don't cling to my robe, cling to the Father. What does the Old Testament say the Father's name is outside of all corruption? Outside of the beginning and the middle, outside of the beginning in that garden, outside of Abraham and Noahides and all these curses and everything else? I am who I am. Put no gods before who I am. Now go read that book, the Bible, and every time you see God, Jesus, or any of that Lord, Say that which I am, who I am, spirit of mine, word of mine, child of mine, children of mine, people of mine. And everywhere you see some shit you're against, say, I rebuke thee, Satan. I don't give a fuck how big the capital G is, because what you're reading is another dumb man's I am. Just like when men write Harry Potter, or women. Just like when people write Tom Sawyer and all those other fucking books. Do you read it and go, oh, the Lord good? The serpent doesn't say, did God say, it's you, your choices, your intrusive thoughts. Did I really say do this or that? Did I really say not to gamble? Did I really say you don't have to drink? Did I really say you don't have to blah, blah, blah? Is gambling evil? Is drinking evil? No. Humans are, and they set up systems for you to fail. After you get drunk, do you go to a paradise? No, you go to jail if you're disorderly. After you gamble, are you rich? No. If you count cards and cheat like they do, then you get in trouble and they won't pay you. Is prostitution evil? If a woman wants to go out here and meet a safe man and sell her body, what the fuck do that got to do with any of y'all? But at the same time, look what happens to these people. They end up on drugs and they do all kind of crazy shit. Do all people do that? No. I don't respect your institutions of marriage. I don't respect your criminal justice systems. I don't respect your golden calves and false prophets. Want to know something even funnier? Because of surgeries and surgeries with the nerve endings and new organs can be harvested and cloned. Blind men can see again. Because of cochlears and ear surgeries and all type of surgeries, men can walk again, hear again. Did somebody magical do that? Or did they find out cheat codes in the space-time continuum and name them science? He that cheat code, he's retarded. Because you don't understand what metaphors are. You don't understand anything outside the logical logic that you take everything. That's why if you look at Europe and its religion, and if you look at Middle East and the religion, they take everything literally. But if you look at the Africans in the ancient fucking African world, the indigenous in the ancient world, they had pyramids, surgeries, they had fucking statues. Because they were spiritual, not literal. Your 10 Commandments came from the 42 laws of Muad in Amos in African. The story about Joshua going into Kemet is from Akhenaten. Into Canaan is from Akhenaten. Everybody keeps saying we're Moses real. Then I do research on pharaohs and there's a man named Moses. He was a pharaoh. Y'all are nuts. So, thank you, Marquette, for what you do, exposing these psychopaths. Oh my goodness. There is a lot to expose with that culture. Just like he said, he told the man, he said, well, there's 3 races. He said, the Jewish man said, or the Zionist European said, no, I'm a Jewish race. He said, no, that's your ethnicity. He said, no, I'm Jewish race. So then that's when he asked him, where's Netanyahu from? What's his original name? And where did y'all come from? And the dude kept saying, no, you anti blah, 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 blah. Why can't you answer a simple question? Because he knows why the question is being asked. So, and I was talking about inflation a while back. And capitalism, it's all bullshit. They create these systems. They bankrupt the countries, get the resources. They bankrupt you and credit scores. No, what's a credit score? It's not in front of me. I can't see it. What the fuck is a credit score? Well, it's mathematics of the idea that you're worth this or that or blah, blah, fucking blah. And yet everything they're comparing to your worth isn't real and comes off of a fucking tree. The paper, that's all it is. And the words they created to create a system to where most of them are doing well and other people are failing because it's their fucking rules. But it's only like that because for so long people have been humble. They gave people this book, this satanic book that takes away from our own image, right? Our spirits that hover above the water and read the shit until the serpent gets in named God. Did you know that God is from Germanic paganism? So is hell. Any afterlife is from the Kemet, from Egypt. But they don't teach people that shit. Ask them why it's always 12 tribes, 12 judges, 12 apostles. Where'd that number 12 come from? Why'd they cut off the 2 and take it to 10 eventually? And then said it's because of the 10 tribes of Israel and then the 2 extra ones down at the lower left, blah, blah, blah. They are full of shits. And once you research real science, archaeology, all that, you'll find the Christ. All of them. Shoot. I think it's, I might say this every fucking video. 6.8 million crimes committed. Caucasians committed 4.7 million crimes. Or Caucasians was arrested 4.7 million times. African Americans 1.8 million times. 1.8 million divided by 44 million is 3%. 6.7 divided by 200 million, 197 million is 2%. So I say to myself, man, they talk about statistics. So how do statistics work? What's 2% of 190 million? And then what's 3% of 44 million? Then after you do that, out of 6.8 million, 4.7 million is 69%, 70%. Then after that, go watch cold case files for some days and then learn about what the plea deal is and how they settle down for lesser charges. Then go look what jury selection is and who they look to incarcerate all my people. Y'all are evil. Criminals and black shooting. 7,000 murders went unsolved. Can you guess which demographic? Can you guess which percentage? Then even the arrest tables aren't convictions. They're arrests. So if 10 people arrested for one fucking murder charge, like how they do in the black community, APB black, y'all are 10% of the world's population. And when that's why they don't like woke. That's why they don't like people being aware. Do you go to fucking work, sleep? Do you drive, sleep? And as more of them wake up and take back this shit, y'all are gonna be in trouble. Y'all talked a lot of shit about Asia. Y'all talked a lot of shit about Hispanica. Y'all talked a lot. You know what's crazy? Hispanics are half white. They're Spaniards. They mixed with the indigenous and the Native Americans. That's where Hispanics come from. Because there wasn't no type of European before. Right? The Azteca, the Mayans and all shit. They come from the same culture that was building pyramids and doing surgeries. So, y'all play as stupid as y'all fucking want. Y'all act as dumb as y'all fucking want. One, it's either one of two things. I act, you look like a fucking moron, a villain in a bad TV show. Or two, you are actually that fucking stupid and have no common sense. Either way, you will meet demise. I don't have to curse y'all and do all this crazy shit and tell y'all what sin is. I am within. So, I will never leave thee or forsake thee. Be good and be of good courage, for I am with thee. God simply means man of God, if you look it up, to invoke power. What they made God, this is what they do with words. A word will mean something in the dictionary. They'll take it out and give it a new meaning. They did the same with God. They did the same with hell. Y'all keep talking about the infallible word that's been here since blah, blah, blah. That is the infallible Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm sorry, that is the fallible Dead Sea Scrolls. The Catholics, the Romans, the Sinaiticus Codex, Codex Sinaiticus. There was no Torah before the Codex Sinaiticus. There was no Quran before the Codex Sinaiticus because the Pope created Muhammad. There's all types of writings behind it. Why do you think they get mad when they depict Muhammad's life? Because they want to take out what's real and mythologize him. Am I saying he was a bad man? He stopped a lot of paganism. But there was an African before him named Zoroaster who brought a Ahura Mazda. But because of all them statues he created was fire temple Egyptian looking statues, they tore it down. Right. So keep playing stupid. Perhaps you're stronger than the Roman Empire. Perhaps you're stronger than the Greeks. Perhaps you're stronger than the Mongols. Perhaps you're stronger than 15, 14, 1300s France. Because they love talking about the UK and the British, but the Germans and the French. Always remember, kids, the Congo alone from Belgium was twice the number of Jews killed in the Holocaust. 10 plus million. And slavery. Nobody came to rescue them. Then, did you know that the Congo and Belgium wasn't ancient? It was in the 1850s, 80s. That's right around World War I. And then World War II comes. Right? Same timing damn near, right? What country? Belgium. What about the Portuguese and all the Africans and millions they killed? What about the Spaniards and the Spanish Inquisition and all the people they killed? What about that bullshit they started in Ethiopia with Prester John that started a whole war and then backed out of it? Why did the Mongols invade Asia and the Chinese? Who was Prester John? But don't nobody know about Yehohanan? Right. Who is Yehohanan ben Hakko? Did you know Ben is son of and that culture? And did you know they got that from an African steel, a Kemet steel? They wouldn't know nothing about none of that if they didn't. The people without a king was the Hyksos, the shepherd kings. But they don't like telling the truth. And the Hyksos got defeated by Ahmose and Akhenaten. They know all this. Israel? Is it real? Yeah.